Hi, my name is Kalea Tillman.
And my name is Kawana Summers.
And we are English majors. I'm an English major with the focus in writing arts with the minor in African American studies.
And I am an English major focusing in literary arts with a minor in African American studies.
And we're here to talk to you about our experience in our poetry performance class
with our amazing Professor Jennine Krueger.
I write for myself first.
Thank you.
Whatever I'm feeling I need to get out. But I am a performance poet, so I think about what things look like on stage. I think about an audience perception. So after I write something for myself, then I think about how is an audience going to perceive this. So then I make sure that it is entertaining because I don't want nothing dry.
I wasn't a good enough singer, remember? You say you're the next Whitney and I was just a Michelle of the group, that I was just a hindrance to your success, that I didn't have a fighting chance, remember?
So the way that Professor Krueger's classes changed my perspective on poetry is just like the way you can use different words and puns and just metaphors and just really play with words.
Dr. Krueger, her class, very informative, has helped me find another voice that I did not know I had. You know, I found a new level of confidence, you know what I mean? Since I started her class, she got me expressing myself in a way that, you know, I didn't know I could express myself in, so I rock with Dr. Krueger class, 100%.
And this is not real. I am a doll, and that is all. And dolls do not feel. I'm coloring. As he flips my pages.
Said from your point of view, and if you say something that you think, oh, I just haven't heard this, it must not be relatable to, well, let it come out your mouth, and I bet you somebody is going to relate to, like, oh, that's my story, that was me, or I felt that. And if they don't, cool, they just were probably too shy to say something.
When this class started, I think I told y'all, I weeded out the people who were shy from the beginning. So if anybody was shy, like they weren't gonna make it in this class. I said from the beginning, let's get them out of here. Because like if somebody was shy and got up here and they poem was trash and they weren't received well, I mean y'all are a very open bunch. Y'all y'all probably would have gave them some love anyway. But me personally, I'm super competitive. So even if I'm not received well, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do better next time.
There you go.
Because I like hype myself up. I'm my own competition.
Yeah, facts.
You know?
The first day I walked into Professor Krueger's class, I knew I was gonna like it. A lot of people had negative things to say about it, but I was like, I'm gonna like this class because I love poetry.
When I first came to Professor Krueger's class, I immediately thought, no ma'am, this is not for me. I don't like poetry. Poetry was just not something that really spoke to me like it did my other peers. And so actually I went to the registration office to get removed and she was like, no, you need this to graduate. So I stayed.
So our first assignment was to do a lip sync battle. And I was like, hey, I'm gonna go all out on this. So I decided to do my favorite movie, The Wiz.
Okay. Okay.
Y'all looking just like how he looking on the screen.
Okay.
I dressed up. I remembered I had this onesie. It was a lion onesie. And so I dressed up as a lion and I lip synced the song Mean Old Lion from The Wiz, 1978.
What happened?
Come on, let him use you. Yeah.
Our first assignment was my favorite because it really got me into the class. So for the first assignment, we had a lip sync battle. And this was so fun because I was with my friend and we just did the most childish songs and we still was so hyped and the whole classroom like hyped us up, and that's when I really felt included because even though everybody didn't do as great as they knew they could, we were still hyping them up because we're like a family.
Daddy shark, do 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 do, daddy shark, do 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 do, daddy shark, do 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 do. Our second assignment was a 1-minute poem that we had to do about ourselves. So we were just introducing ourselves and talking about ourselves. Humbly submitted from a child with a story, told from the shadow of a glorified little boy. I write these lines in which lie the ashes of past experience, sedated by depression, prescribed by oppression, memories assigned to poison my pure little mind. And I find myself finding myself over and over again. I like reminiscing because I rewrite the story every time, but my wrists begin to ache. And I like accepting apologies of those who never gave them, but my heart's been bleeding. And I sing because no one can hear me if I only speak. But my tonsils are infected. I feel looking in the mirror. I see right through my dirt to my bones and my marrow. My tears have watered my hurt and sorrow day and night. But day and night, mama tells me, these are growing pains, girl. Pray, wait, and fight.
So our next two poems, the first poem, I introduced myself and it was kind of funny, kind of quirky. I tried to write it for like 2 weeks straight. I swear I wrote the first poem the day of, 2 hours before at work. And it was so hype, but I didn't think it was my best, but everybody else was like crazy about it. And that really made me feel like, you know, I can do this. Like, poetry is for everybody. And so that's what really inspired me to keep going and, you know, just stick with the class.
I go by K. Well, my real name is Kawana, not Kiwana, K1, Kijana, or Kamana. But I don't expect you to remember that, so I just stick with K. Cause she walk around with her head up high to look past you, but you know why? Because you heard Kawana was mean, so that's what HT associates with me, but I'm K. I speak loud with dark humor that only I can understand. Like, what's yellow and can't swim? A bus full of kids. And I'm not sharing my vulnerabilities with anybody, and maybe I should share my hobbies with you, but I don't have any. So, I mean, I do a few things here and there, like sing and dance, but I mean, that's not very many. See, I'm smart. Research papers is so easy to me. Math and science, I ain't never made no beat, but I stay low, cause you like Kawana. K is too harsh to me, too violent, too honest, and way too dashing, so here's my passion. I like music, and I like art, cause that's all you need to know about K.
My second one, I titled it Waiting, Watching, and Listening, because I wanted it to be the exact opposite of the first one. While the stars still shine, the apple falls far from the tree, but the anticipation never stops killing me. I'm waiting for your next move, watching like a hawk, listening as hard as a bat in the night, and there you are. Up and down your eyes tend to trace my outline, sending chills up my spine and accusing me of being a slut because of my size. So yes, I see you. Yes, I hear you. Yes, I am clutching my taser like grandmother's pearls because I heard about all those other girls. See, a million things are running through my mind trying to figure out how you escaped jail time. But I got it. No face, no case, right? Somehow young black girls are always the victim of this phrase because in a detective's eyes, they're sucked into a phase of nobody, no trace. Nobody. Human trafficking, rape culture, and domestic abuse make 5 O's job a breeze when every time I turn around, there's another missing person just going through my screen. 1, 2, 3, all putting a price on their bodies. But I don't want to be like them. A young black woman is always afraid to seek a superhero. So they're watching their families cry on television, listening for the door to creep open, and so scared of what'll happen next. Meanwhile, You over there in the lawn chair on your porch, watching me, staring at me. But I'm not scared. Because every time I walk outside of my house, I have a weapon to protect myself, since the police is always a little too late. But that's fine, because I'll be waiting on you next time.
Our third assignment was a 2-minute poem. And the prompt was a little difficult for a lot of us, but we literally, we pulled it off. It was about an injustice that we felt needed to be brought to light. So I decided to write about the injustice of falling in love, and trying to be in love with someone, and just feeling like you're showing all of the right signs that you need love and that you need help, you need this way out, and that person could be your way out, but they're so wrapped up in themselves, they're so wrapped up in what they can get from you that they don't respect you. So I think that was an injustice. So that one was pretty touching for me, pretty personal. Systematically speaking, we have a right to be bitter. We've been attached to you, and we have nothing if we ain't got you, but what's it to you? I actually miss you. Every song I listen to reminds me of you, and just like an embryo in the womb, my craving grows inevitably. My tongue slurs when I speak on your name, drunken by the desire to hold your hand again. Your left-handedness fooled me. I thought you were right for me, but you lied to me, and still, I miss you. Maybe your name is stitched to my brain, intertwined with my innermost thoughts. It's got to be. Everything I hear, feel, and see reminds me of you. I miss you more than I ever wanted to, and if I could, I would stop knowing you, but you're so noticeable. Usually images fade away with time, but your face is glued to my mind, your touch imprinted in my side. I miss the hugs you left me. The taste of your kisses return like streams of living waters that nourishes all the things it passes. It passes, time passes, but you're still here. I never wanted this. Missing you hurts more than the words, the wounding words, the crazy words you left with me. You once showed me compassion and attention. You trained me on this, remember? You told me pain is weakness leaving the body, but you're still here while I'm still hurting. Your words are chopping and churning, making me think I'm gaining something. Yet, every thought of you weakens my soul. And what did we do to deserve this? Tell me what we missed. Seasons do change, but they come back again. We don't want this, and we're chained to you in the cells of your lust. What's love got to do with this? And I want to know, what about us screams? Inmate, checkmate, no, soulmate. Soul ties, because you knew that we're typical brown girls. Her father left her. She needed to fill that void. I'm actually screaming daddy issues. All I wanted was for you to take my left hand and get on your knee. I wanted you to be the man that left me. And now you're just another man that left me. Our last poem was a 3-minute poem that we had to write what's called an extended metaphor. And an extended metaphor is a very interesting and intricate type of poem where you are comparing two different things that may not even be related to each other, two different things that may not even, correlate in any way, but you are describing each thing and you're comparing them as if they are the same, or even contrasting them. However you choose to go about the metaphor, you are simply just writing about this metaphor. So I decided to compare, the two things that I compared was how hard it was to write the poem with the problem of consent that we have in not today's society. So I started off by saying this poem is hard, so hard, and just talk about all these hard things, and then compare it by saying, but almost as hard as it was for him to understand this better than that. Writing this poem is like biting into the jawbreaker because you're tired of waiting for it to become chewable. Writing this poem is like sitting at the table in front of a big, shiny, sparkling white plate of smoky, fresh, bacon ranch cheese fries, picking up your first bite, and then realizing that you're late for work. It's like being in college, sleepy, broke, and hungry all at the same time. Like when you can't even pick a struggle. This is like life itself, death in the flesh, and not knowing if God is actually real. Like, this poem is really like Professor Krueger's class. What I need is, this poem is hard. Writing this poem is just hard. Almost as hard as it was for him to understand that I didn't say no, but I didn't say yes either. I told him I liked his kisses. Kissing him was an easy decision. He had my favorite cologne on, and every time he would lift his hand to caress my kitchen, I'd get a waft of his aroma. He smelled like the only guy that loved me, and I liked it. This is what kept me glued to his beard while his arms fished around my rivers of living waters, and soon his fingers permeated my abyss. I only felt invaded, but I reminded myself I told him I liked it, didn't I? Didn't I tell him to use those same hands to restrict my mobility? I don't think so. Yet he used all 10 convincers to nail me to the bed, still kissing me, but only distracting me from the decision he was pinning to me. He did this because I told him to, right? And when he lifted my shirt, I know I said, wait, because that's the only thing I could think to say, but he must have heard something else. And when he took it upon himself to undress me, leaving only his fingerprints to cover me, I convinced myself. I remember telling him I liked it. But I know I didn't tell him I actually wanted it to. But he gave it to me anyway. He force-fed me, and now I have food poisoning from exposure to a contaminated pop cherry that he was too hard to stop giving me. Almost as hard as it was for him to understand that I didn't say no, but I didn't say yes either. I could have stopped him. I could have screamed. I could have said no. But that was hard. And only half as hard as his hearing. What was saying no have changed if most of us are just as blind to consent as we are deaf to silence. He didn't hear me because I didn't say anything. The last time I checked, silence doesn't mean go. Silence means no. Period.
Third poem, that's when I really wanted to be fun and spontaneous because I knew the whole class was going to go into social injustices. I knew they was going to be dark. I knew it was going to be sad. And I said, you know what? I want to liven this up. And I know that in today's society, we talk about immigration and acceptance, you know, for the LGBTQs and all of that. So I wanted to make my fruit poem about everybody just coming together as one. And so that was my favorite. It was so fun to write. I just remember, like, when I had the idea, I was just like, I'm gonna go and get me a banana. And then I was like, I'm gonna write about bananas. It was supposed to just be bananas, but we changed it up. We are born into this world like a unique piece of fruit to carry on a legacy that runs deep to our roots. Our styles and cultures are peeled back like bananas to show the talents that we were given by Hosanna. Our souls are juicy to fill us up with passion, like fresh green apples eaten for the first time, so I don't know why anyone would want to be white passing. So bitter and salty? Now that should be a crime. Biting the berry isn't always sweet. Finding new people to befriend is sometimes sour, so we water our fruit every second of every hour and shower them in love. So over time, we focus on the bad fruit in our lives and fall into the trials and tribulations of our branches. So they stump on our leaves and collect our seeds to crush our pride, not watering our roots, but being weeds in our lives. So we ripen to our full potential regardless of the hate and dismissal. People pick at us to find out if we're good berries and later find out that we have way too much diversity to carry. Our melanin can be varied from blackberry to strawberry, but somehow minorities are always seen as big and scary. In America, our presence is as small as a grape, but we built this country with wine stolen from us with a little taste. Our Latino brothers and sisters are connected to us through vines of struggles that connects to their own troubles. Their coconut skin clashes with the paleness of white America's bland dragon fruit of racism. So we can say that they are our kin. So we learn their language in school because their culture is just so cool. But let us not forget about our Muslim being treated like tools. They complete this fruit salad we call America because they're like tangy watermelons rolling around dodging ice. ice. Cold-hearted racists. Picking them out with a fork, like taking out the fruit you don't like, saying we're just being nice. Biting the berry isn't always sweet. Finding new people to befriend is sometimes sour. But this fruit salad helps one another get back on their feet so we can blend for another sweet, sweet hour. But yeah, I think overall the class, even though it was not my cup of tea at first, it was a class that I would have never chosen for myself. I think that I would like to say thank you to Dr. O. Mixon for making me take it, because it really brought me out of my shell. And since then, you know, I'm able to speak more confidently in front of people. I'm able to share emotions better, because, you know, if you can perform some poetry from your heart, then you can say whatever you want to say after that. So yeah, that just really sealed the deal for me, and I got an A, so yes, thank you.
I've been used to speaking in front of people, so when I went into the class, I went in, you know, thinking, hey, this is an opportunity for me to perfect getting up in front of people and speaking. Because I always do this thing, whenever I'm speaking, I'll be speaking so fast and I'll forget to swallow. So in the middle of speaking, I'll be like, so I was like, this would be a way to help me with that. And lo and behold, it really did. It helped me to perfect my speaking in front of people, my performance, my inflection, just showing expression when you speak. You don't have to, you know, just read straight from the paper. You can actually read from the paper with style. And so I just really want to, I'm thankful for the class, and I'm thankful as an English creative writing major, I'm thankful for that.